Hey guys, Queen LaShawn back with another video. I'm going to be reviewing this week's Empire episode. Before we get started, take a second to like, comment, subscribe, and in the description, I'm going to put my social media. So if you want to follow me there, please do so. I am going to be glancing down for a little bit because I do have some notes for this week's episode, just kind of keep me on point. So don't think I'm just ignoring you guys. I'm looking at my list. But this week's episode, it opened up with Jamal's boyfriend, Kai, missing. He was out of the country doing a story, doing some teaching, and he went missing. They find Kai and he needs to go into the hospital. They get him back into the States, and Jamal meets up with him, Jamal and Cookie, and he's just ecstatic. He's so happy to see his baby. He was losing his mind, didn't know what was going on, but he got him back, so that was good. Now, what did happen in this episode, Cookie found out that Kai is HIV positive. And like any mother, the first thing that she thinks is, okay, how is this going to affect my child? Is he going to be HIV positive? Are you guys using protection? Is protection 100% safe to where you're not going to catch it? And I mean, that's normal. Any mother is going to feel that. But, you know, Jamal kind of reassured her, was telling her, hey, we're safe. I'm taking this special treatment that's going to keep me from contracting the virus. And Cookie's just like, okay, she hears it, but she don't really hear it. So basically, she heads home and, you know, she tells Lucius, and Lucius is just kind of like, it's a hard pill for him to swallow too. But at the same time, Lucius is like, you know, they're both grown. Kai is committed. He got himself out of this third world country, and now he's back, and you can't, that's a determined young man. If he wants Jamal, he's going to get Jamal, and Jamal loves him. So pretty much stay out of it, let them do them. And, you know, hopefully they're being safe. So that it kind of moves on past that. Their work, Lucius and Cookie have signed Devon, and Lucius is trying to get him to open up and, you know, really like let go, because like in his songs he's singing, but he's not like just giving it his all. And Lucius can tell that, you know, he's holding back for whatever reason, and he wants him to tap into whatever it is that's holding him back and just kind of let go. But Devon can't for whatever reason. At least in the beginning of the episode, he's really like singing and he's trying. And Mario playing this role, I haven't, you know, really saw Mario in a while. That's some sexy chocolate. Like, I just always love a man that got a good lineup. He's just smooth. I mean, when he was singing a cappella in the beginning of the episode, I mean, to me it just wasn't that hot. He sounded like a like a sheep or something. It was like bad. So I'm just like, come on, Mario, like, come on. Don't tell me you're one of those artists where you have to have the music, or you have to have the studio mastering and all of that. But he pulled it together. So and redeemed himself. He can still sing. So I guess that was just a part of the acting too. But speaking of fine, Andre, I don't know if it's just me or maybe I just been missing out on it, but Andre has kind of got cut up. It was like at one point of the episode, I think it's when he was still in jail, they were showing like his arms and his biceps and all that. And I'm like, when did Andre get this fine? Like, I don't remember that. But I mean, he's just, oh my gosh, like and then his character he's playing now, like this tough guy, it's just, I don't know. Andre is just, he done got fined. But past the fine part, in the episode after Lucius is trying to work with Devon, get his voice together, all of that, they kind of skip to the scene where Tiana and Hakeem, they focus on the fact that they lost their baby. And maybe I was sleep on this or somehow, or maybe they just showed it. I don't know for sure, but apparently, you know, Tiana had 2 babies. One of them died. It was the little girl, and Hakeem has been taking this super hard, along with the fact that, you know, he can't rap and things are not going well with him and Tiana at this moment. And he, you know, found a way to let some of that out on paper when he wrote the song. And he gave the song to, what's the guy's name? Blake, that's his name. Blake, and he kind of told him, you know, hey, I can't rap it, but you can, you know, do this song justice for me. So he let him, you know, take the song and go do his own thing with it. Now, what he did not know was Blake has eyes for Tiana. And, you know, Tiana read over the lyrics when they were at the park together, and she was just kind of like, oh, this is dope. Like, you should really do this. And, you know, she wanted to be a part of it too. So Blake, liking Tiana, he just kind of took all the credit for it and was like, yeah, you know, he did it, all this other stuff. And then they go to the studio and they record the song. And once it comes together and it's dope, he still is like just taking all the credit for it and loving up on Tiana and all of this stuff, never thinking that, you know, it's going to get back to Jamal. So he tried to tell Tiana, hey, you know, we're going to keep this amongst ourselves. This is a song that we just did. I don't want it to get out, because he knows that he didn't write it. So he's concerned about it getting to Jamal seeing that he got Tiana on it and all this other stuff. So fast forward later into the episode, which is actually like kind of the closing parts of it, he does find out that Blake is taking the credit, saying that he wrote this song, and he knocks the shit out of him. Like, he's just like, so you taking the credit, you know, you trying to push up on my baby mama, you know that this was my song, these are my lyrics, and even though you told Tiana you don't want it out, it's out, and like, I'm pissed. So Jamal like really let him have it. And I can't say that I blame him, because I mean, that's pretty foul. Like, you know that this is this man's song. And even if Tiana had kind of came out and was like, you know, hey, that was good, you know, that was nice writing, you could have been like, oh, I didn't write this, Jamal wrote this, but he gave it to me, and this is what I'm gonna do with it. And I really feel like, you know, she probably would have been like, oh, okay. Or that would have helped her and Jamal's relationship, knowing that this is how he feels. So I felt Hakeem, you know, when he hit him, and because he was just kind of like, hey, all of this is just, you know, in vain. I wrote this song for somebody else to come and take it over. And it wasn't right. It just was not right at all. And Blake knew it wasn't right. Other part of the episode, when the new head of Empire basically gives Tiana's song away. Like, they want for Tiana to do what they want for her to do. And if she doesn't, then, and this new guy, I just really don't like him. I don't even know what his name is, but he's like a nasty character. Like, he's so nasty. If I saw him on the street, I would probably cuss him the hell out, because I just don't like the way that he's treating everybody. He's, you know, taking over, and he's just like, he's acting like he started this company from the ground up, and he can say, do whatever he wants to anybody. But Lucius got something for him. Lucius is gonna get even, and I know that they keep showing something or somebody, dying, and it's somebody apparently in the Lyons family, but they're not showing us who yet. Maybe, season finale or something like that, we'll actually get a chance to see who is it that actually dies. I've been trying to think like who can they get rid of that it wouldn't hurt the show too bad. And I mean, I don't know. We'll see, how they unfold this. But, that new guy, he really just pissing me off. And he gave Tiana's song away. The girl that he gave it to is singing. She's pretty much like a puppet. Whatever he say do, then that's what she's doing. And Tiana is sick of that. She's like, I'm not this type of artist anymore. Becky is on my nerves too. Like, I don't know what's up with her. It's like no loyalty, which I kind of get when she was saying too that Lucius hasn't really been loyal to her. Yeah, he got her a job, but he didn't really, when he was still over Empire, he didn't look out for her and make sure that she was taken care of the way that she felt that she should have. And I'm just like, Becky, I just don't understand it. Like, even though they weren't the greatest to you, look how this new guy is coming in, taking over Empire, and just like literally running it to the ground little bit by little bit. So, I mean, you're going to eventually still need Cookie and Lucius when that happens. So, hopefully they'll kind of get it together. Cookie, well, they have, fast forward to, they have Devon's like little listening session, or they're releasing like his first single after he finally got everything together. Lucius had to tell him it's either you gonna sing this song or you gonna go back to the junkyard. He had to put some of that Ike Turner on him, and he eventually got it together. He kind of went in and just kind of tried to get to the bottom of what's causing him to hold back. He found out that Devon has been celibate, all the stuff that he has going on with his family. And, they were able to kind of get to, come to a common ground, and he got the song together. So basically, they had his little listening party, had a producer there that Lucius used to work with. And, they really everybody liked the song. And it just seems that everything is on the up and up for Cookie and Lucius. So he sings the song. Then after they sing, then Lucius and Cookie, they meet with the producer guy. He agrees to sign him, which is good for them. But my thing, because Lucius and Cookie, they so hard up for money. My thing is, that house they living in is gorgeous. They live in a super big, just amazing mansion. And True You sold pretty much everything in it. But why not sell the house? Like, they can downsize and get, I'm not saying you got to go down to a little apartment or, 1-2 bedroom house. You can still get a pretty nice house if that's just their taste, and take a good chunk of that money from that house. Because I know that house would sell for at least $1 million, a couple $1 million, because that's a badass house that they're living in. But I just don't understand why that part never came up. I mean, I know they talked about Cookie selling her condo that she had bought, but I would have been like, why not just get rid of this big ass house? Like, they don't need it. But I mean, now I guess it kind of makes sense because they've turned a portion of it into the studio that they're going to be using for their new company. So I suppose, but they could have downsized that. But anyway, the guy, the producer, and I don't know his name, I'm terrible with names, he offers them a pretty big deal for Devon. He wants to sign him, wants to work with him, all of that. Cookie, somehow, before all of that little part happened, she snuck off and she was able to pull Kai to the side, talk to him, let him know that she knows about the HIV, and she hopes that he's looking out for her son. She doesn't want her son to get sick. And, they pretty much have like a little heart to heart. And Kai lets her know that he loves you know, Jamal just as much as she does. And he would not let anything happen to him. So I'm just like, oh, this is a cute episode, because really Cookie pulled him to the side to kind of check him. But, you know, she ended up getting a reality check. He's just like, hey, I love your son too, you know, and I would never do anything to jeopardize his safety. I want him to live for a long time, and, you know, pretty much assured her that we're taking all the necessary steps to make sure that he doesn't catch this disease. So they go ahead, hug it out, and I feel like, you know, moving forward now, they're going to have a pretty solid relationship. So I'm happy about that, because I really like Kai for Jamal. And he makes Jamal happy in, you know, ways that we haven't saw. So that's a good thing. Last part of the episode is Kai and Jamal finally getting home, and, you know, he tells, you know, they're talking about how amazing he was on stage, because Jamal did go on stage with Devon, and they like changed the song around a little bit so that he can kind of send a message out to Kai, letting him know how he felt about him and all this other stuff. So pretty much they get home and they just kind of lovey-dovey, and Kai proposes to Jamal. And it was so cute. I was almost about to cry. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is just so sweet. And then he's waiting on an answer from Jamal. And Jamal's like, you stole my move. And he goes and he pulls out a ring too. And he was planning to propose to him. So basically, they both were on one knee proposing, and of course they accepted, kissed, and all of that. And I was just like, oh, this is just really cute. So overall, it was a good episode. I don't know how they're gonna wrap all these pieces up for, you know, upcoming finale, things like that, but we'll see. If you guys, you know, have any input or anything like that, drop a comment below. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, like it, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews. I'll probably start next week out fresh. There are a couple shows that I do watch. I look at on Sundays. That You Show, it's a new show that comes on Lifetime. It's pretty good. I watched The Walking Dead, which this week is going to be Rick's last episode, so I probably will do a review on that one. I watched that new dating show that's on The Have and the Have Nots. I put a review up for, I think, yesterday. Couple other ones. You guys will start seeing them. Just kind of, like I said, if you like my commentary, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.